They didn't use that. So they didn't use walking down Carnaby Street and stuff like that. So
walking where? Walking down?
Is it Carnaby Street in London? Something like that. So,
what? So you had a whole camera crew follow you to that?
Yeah.
So, you felt nice, innit? What's going on? What's happening, guys? Welcome to Talking Black and White podcast. I'm black.
And I'm white.
Yeah, you know them ones there? It's a big day for us as well, you know. We've got our first guest in the dance. This guy is one of the guys who's making the biggest noise in Reading. He's made the biggest noise in Reading this year so far. Anyways, I'm not going to lie, the semi-finalist of Britain Got Talent is in this dance, man. Felix Clement, my bro. I have to give you your flowers, man.
What's going on?
Thank you for coming through, man. Thank you, honestly. Really appreciate you because obviously we know that you're a busy guy.
Always, man, always.
But anyways, guys, how was the Christmas?
It was good, yeah. I spent a lot of time, it was a different Christmas up north and stuff like that because, my nan's not very well at the moment. But other than that, yeah, it was a good Christmas, but a lot of travelling, it was sick, man, it was sick.
How about you?
Yeah, all good. Another day. It's more for the kids, really, but yeah, I enjoyed myself. You see the kids opening their gifts and presents and that. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's good to spend time with the family and whatnot.
And this is it. I feel like a lot of people love the Christmas period because they like to spend the time with the family. You get to see everyone come around. Whereas me, I'm a bit of the Grinch. I'll be honest, I hate Christmas. I can't stand it, bro.
All right.
It's so sad, isn't it? But for me, it's almost like I feel like it's in my household. I don't have a house yet. Sorry, not in my household, but where my parents, how I was brought up. It's almost like my mum could work on a Christmas day. That was normal. Do you know what I mean?
Our mum works every year
on a Christmas day.
Yeah,
but you still treat Christmas Day special, do you?
For the kids, not for the adults or so.
So she was never there neither for your Christmas.
Oh, she's there, but she gets half a day.
Okay, cool. All right. Yeah, well, at least you got half a day. My mum would have taken the full day. But bless her, because I understood, I think. By the way, what we mean when we say talking black and white as well is because we know we're coming from two different backgrounds. One, that's the main thing. The second thing is we're not going to beat around the bush. We're literally just going to say for what it is, for what our experience is of what we've experienced ourselves. But so this is what I'm saying, that blessed dad, because dad obviously would always try to cook for man on Christmas, but food was not always adding up, was not always, fooding.
It's because mum wasn't cooking. I get you. Yeah, already know.
Because mum wasn't there. Do you see my point? So that's what I'm saying, that for me personally, Christmas is not really, but I'm hoping if I ever have my own family, things brighten up a bit, things change maybe.
Have it your own way, don't you?
Yeah. You're not wrong. Any interesting presents though from you? Did you lot get?
I mean, to be fair, just like you said, it's all about family experience and stuff like that. There's no standout presents apart from the presence of your own family, right?
So you were up north, obviously enjoying your family's presents, like you said. No presents you can say that is a present.
Oh yeah. So there's one sort of sentimental present more than anything else. My dad got me a massive sort of thing, a plaque of a news article that first came out straight away from the Britain's Got Talent sort of success, and that was sort of the start of it. I think it was even before I went on TV. They had sort of caught wind of different bits and pieces. So.
Wait a minute. Who had caught the wind of different pieces here?
I think it was the Times. So, yeah, so they sort of writ a whole sort of page on me and stuff like that. So that was the page that they sort of compared me to the likes of George Sampson and stuff from the show. So I was like, rah. And the thing is, obviously, at my other sort of jobs and stuff like that, they put up in a Spider-Man picture. So I'm probably one of the only people that had Spider-Man and George Sampson on the same page as me, so that was...
I was going to ask about that, because obviously when you go in there, that's all filmed already and it's all pre-recorded, so are you told that you can't say to anyone or upload anything to say how you done until it comes out?
Yeah, pretty much. So like the producers of the show, they basically are on the phone calls when because you're not actually like interviewed by them like in person. Okay. So it's all over phone calls, and they have like producers on there to make sure that obviously they're not trying to instigate too much on you and stuff like that. So you answer the right questions when sort of asked.
It's all done on the phone. Is this like the audition was done on the phone?
Oh no. So like just all the behind the scenes and stuff is done on the phone. So like from interviews and stuff, it's not actually in person. Yeah.
So sometimes when you hear for example, you're about to watch an act and you hear, "Oh, my name is Malvin Kachingwe. I've been trying to do this breakdancing for a while now, but I can't." Don't gas me up. Don't do it. But anyways, so all that stuff, that is the stuff you say is done on the phone.
So all of that stuff, it's a massive like, how to put it, sequence of events. So from you actually getting produced up for the show, and then you sort of have to you say certain things.
Yeah.
And obviously they pick off the storylines and stuff like that.
All right, okay.
Like that.
All right. I think it's quite important for us to let our viewers know what he was actually doing on Britain Got Talent to be in the semi-finals, bro. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So at this moment, see, I wish I could do what my boy does. Yeah, it's not just that, backflips, everything. You know what? If you're comparing my boy to George Sampson, so you know what George Sampson used to do. Apparently, he even had some rumors about his back just due to performances. You know what I mean? It's not. But anyways, so he's the only guy from Reading who I know who's done this, who's come from here to semi-finalist and perform, and just waving. And the thing I respect about you the most, you've just gone about your business and just been doing it. Behind the scenes, you've just been curving slowly. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, so he's a dancer and he was a semi-finalist. He went to the live, talking about live performances. What was that like, bro?
Absolutely nerve-wracking. Like,
it's live. The camera is flashing red.
That's it. Like, and the thing is, you don't know how you're gonna feel until that moment, and then but I felt like I was more nervous in the days leading up to it, rather than actually on the day, because like when I saw like that you've got different acts against you and you see like, but then for them, I don't really see it as a competition, because you're all in it for the same thing. You want to try and progress your own like careers and stuff like that. And yeah, so I was just excited on the day. I was just buzzing to go. But like there was certain things, like, because obviously when I'm dealing with props and stuff like that, that you don't want to have to like mess up or anything go wrong. So you're always conscious of that. But it's because I'm confident in my own ability. But then when I add like props and stuff going on, it's one of them ones.
Because I watched the semi-final performance when you actually had all your... I take it over from the school you work at.
Yeah. So we picked out the kids from the school, like me and the actual head teacher of the school, because obviously it has to be a joint effort. And obviously for the actual semi-final itself, they had to be very still. So you've got to pick the right ones, you know.
Did you see the flip? When he done a flip over this one, he was...
That's got to be the hardest thing with that, is trying to get the kids to keep still, innit?
Yeah.
Because of the kids.
That's
like
it.
to move about.
Yeah. Oh no, trust me. Yeah.
They were still, to be fair.
Yeah.
They were drilled, weren't they?
Oh, they were.
But I tell you what, we only ran that 6 times, and on the 6th time, it was actually the live semi-finals.
Oh.
So
no, that's incredible. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I've been involved in some church dance groups back in the days, you know what I mean, where there's 3 of us where you have to follow certain sequences, bro, and that practice will be happening over and over. And if you're telling me you had to tell these kids you had to do it 5 times and the 6th time you're live. Okay, so that's the semi-finalist. Let's take a couple steps back now. So semi-finalist of Britain Got Talent from Reading, obviously. How old are you, by the way, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm 25.
Okay, we'll beep that in case if you're a cougar out there or anything like that. My boy, are you available on the market, by the way? What's the love life situation say?
Oh, man.
You have have to tell, because you're famous, bro. You had over 2 million people watching your stuff. There'll be some little fan girls out there, or some people who are fanning over you thinking, is he single, is he not? So
Yeah, I'm single, man. I'm single.
okay. He's 30. He's not. But anyways, it's because he's 30. That's why he's laughing like that.
Getting old now.
Now let's go into the nitty gritty type of conversation, in the sense of like, not everyone will have the courage which you had, one, to apply for Britain Got Talent, two, and I find that the industry you're in, it's easy to look stupid. I'm so sorry to say it like that, because I don't want to come across as I'm attacking you now, but it's easy to look stupid because you're in a world which no one can see, well, no one can be in, but you're the one who's in the world, and you can express it by your hand of movements. You had 4 judges standing up for you, brother. Come on. You had a whole. So my point now just being, so we've taken those steps back. Let's strip everything back. PE teacher, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Where did you do your PGCE?
So I actually did it through an apprenticeship. So yeah, straight out of school. So technically, I've been doing it since I was like 16 years old. So you go from like a sports coach, and then you get sent out to different places and stuff like that. So we almost work on that, and then you like apply yourself, and then eventually you get set to different schools, man. So
Bro, because me myself, after sixth form, I went to uni, done the whole sports therapy degree thing. So I know about the PGCE type of thing. So when I'm now hearing your journey now, the fact that you didn't even go to uni, you went through an apprenticeship type of route from 16, bro. You're 25 now. What I'm trying to basically open up here is, one, for people to appreciate that the journey you've been going on is not just the dancing journey, but it's also the journey of like,
teaching, man, because like that was always the main dream. Like when I was in secondary school, all I wanted to be was a PE teacher, because through growing up and stuff like that, I've always been a sporty kid. So going from football to hockey to kickboxing, everything like that, all in one. And then obviously you go to dance, then to free running and stuff like that.
you do free running.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's how I sort of started getting into sort of break dance and stuff like that.
So, all right, so that's how it started. Then you slowly started getting into dance and like the break dancing side of things. And is it fair to say you're a break dancer, or would you actually say, no, I'm not a break dancer, but what would you class yourself as?
I would say I'm an artist.
Look at him. He's slick with it.
That's because obviously what you're doing, you're creating art, right? So you're creating art with your body. So anything else is art, right?
What was Ronaldinho?
He's an artist, as we're saying
Get
earlier.
me.
Yeah.
You paint patterns, man. That's it.
All right, cool. Okay, so free running, PE teaching. That's I'm starting to build a picture of who. The Zim comes out of me every time I try to pronounce his name, but Felix. How do I pronounce it, bro? Felix. Okay, there we go. Felix. But you can hear the F in me coming out then, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
You know the whole thing with Jao Felix and all that stuff coming out as well. So yeah, it's there's so many different pronunciations of how it actually looks. Yeah.
All right. Anyways, so I'm just trying to paint a picture of who Felix is, You get me? So for anyone who's stepping into this, watching this, me and Ashh can step over from this. So he was a good lad, isn't it? What did you pick up from? And he will kind of know who he is. Okay, cool. So we've said the PE teaching was the route, and okay, cool. I've understood how you kind of got into PE teaching, but now what I'm trying to ask you now is, the day you made the decision to apply for Britain Got Talent, that day there, did you do it? Did someone do it for you? Did someone push you?
So I technically didn't apply through the normal routes. So basically someone put a post on Facebook asking, is there any dancers out there that would like to sort of apply for the show? It was like almost like a talent agent type thing. So I ended up sending like a video on YouTube of a dance I did. And they seemed to like it through, so I sent it through email. And then they must have got back to me about 2 months after that. So it's a lot of weight, and I completely forgot I'd even sent it off at this point. You sort of just send it off on a whim, you know. You don't think, oh yeah, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get on the show and stuff like that. But even like the decision to go on the show was like still hard, because obviously you put yourself out there for everyone to see. So
And this is it.
Yeah, I think you've probably done the hardest bit now, is just doing that first step. So you've done that now.
Yeah.
So.
And then yeah, you are right. He has done the hardest bit to done that first step. But I'm just, you know, it's hard to get me to be quiet. Do you get my point? Yeah. And I know the person who's behind the camera right now knows that right now I'm actually stunned by your story, because, bro, 2 months later, I would have gave up. In this industry of trying, especially when you're a dancer, it's a long road. When you're a singer, it's a long road. But if you're in a group, great. But you're not. So you're waiting that 2 months now. If that was me, bro, and you've seen me creating for a while now. So even for you, I know you've been creating and been doing this for a while now. So it's easy to be disheartened. So that's why I'm just trying to say that if there's anyone out there or a young person out there who ends up, you know, going through the journey which Felix, oh my God, the journey which Felix went through. It's the tongue, the African tongue keeps on wanting to say Felix. Felix, no, it's Felix. But anyways, so if you're seeing the journey which Felix has taken, and it's inspiring. It's the same thing which she said for us, for Shits and Giggles. They inspired what?
Shits and gigs, yeah.
They inspired us. You just got to do it. And this is it. Okay, cool. Anyway, sorry. So you was explaining the story that you've applied now through an agency. You've waited 2 months now, and they've got back to you now.
Yeah. So I was actually, it must have been through. I was coming back from a summer camp that I was teaching football at.
You kick ball?
Well. Yeah, every now and again, like I went through the.
He's cheeky. He's laughing at that because he's like, Malv, he doesn't kick more. But you're a coach, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm a coach. Yeah, I wouldn't say that. I mean, I'm a good baller, I'm not like top tier. Like, I mean, I used to sort of do bits with like Reading Academy and sort of that setup. So,
okay. But you have the coaching background, isn't it? Yeah. Not gonna distract you though. But you was at a coaching camp.
Yeah, a coaching camp, and then I was driving back, and then a random number came on my phone. I was like, usually I don't really answer like random numbers. I'm like, okay, this is a bit suspect. But then when I saw it was like it looked like a normal number, you know, rather than a 0444 777 555. Yeah, all of them were, the big 555s. When I saw it was like that, and I was like, okay, right, I'm gonna answer it. So I answered it, and it was this talent scout, and I was thinking, big up Jan in the cup.
Aye, run it up here, cameraman. Big up to Jan on the level. You got my boy out there, man. Nah, serious. Anyways, go on. Sorry.
Yeah, and then so we spent the whole phone call from literally when I left to my house.
Where was the camp again? I'm trying to understand the distance.
High down. So only like sort of Caversham.
All right, cool. All right, yeah. And we're going to Lower Early, isn't it? Side of Reading.
Yeah, then going to Lower Early.
That's a convo, mate. That is a long journey convo. Anyways, go on.
Actually through all the traffic and everything like that, but we didn't talk about that. But yeah, so this conversation, it just basically consisted of getting to know me a bit more. And then he was like, I can't stop watching the video of what you sent me. I'm so sorry, like I've only looked at it now. I was like, wow, 2 months, like goddamn, like, put me through hell now, James.
You're humble though. You're so humble. Fair play, bro.
And then after, we must have got to my drive, and I must have sat there for like a good 5 minutes because we had like family friends over and stuff like that. So I didn't want to run in the house like.
But still high at the moment. You're still high. Yeah, you're still happy.
He hadn't even offered me a place on the show at this point, so. He was like, right, what we want you to do now is do a self-tape for the producers to sort of get to know you a bit more, that we can put into meetings, and they obviously pitch their own acts, like from their own pool.
Is this how it works?
Yeah, man.
Are you hearing this, man?
Yeah, I'm taking it all in.
Jeez, go on, sorry.
They pitch their own acts, and then after that, the producers then pick the acts that they think would be best suited for the show and stuff like that. So obviously they have to run off potentially different storylines and stuff. Like you get asked different questions, and then you think, oh, which storyline are they going to click onto and stuff like that. So at first I said about my nan, who's not well known, but she dances as well, or she used to before.
Get well soon, Nancy, by the way. Get well soon.
Do the whole ballroom thing, like.
Yeah.
Oh, really? So that's where you got it from?
Maybe.
Love for it, maybe.
Love for it and stuff like that, like. And like, because my dad was a performer as well, so doing sort of acting. I wouldn't say dancing, Dad. Don't think I got my moves from you, bro. I had to say that too quietly.
Love that. Yeah.
But yeah, so where was I? Oh yeah, the storylines and stuff. And then obviously I mentioned that I work with kids. I'm a PE teacher and stuff like that. And then so they then do a Zoom with like all the producers. So I didn't actually have to go through. That's what I meant through the main routes, because usually they have an audition, a massive audition. I think it's at the Excel Arena or something like that. And then we had the Zoom calls and stuff like that. And then they say, all right, we really like you. And then you're on the show.
And boom.
Like, well, pretty much, yeah. Like, obviously they have researchers and stuff to like look into you, and they have to do social media checks and stuff like that. Say like if you want to delete a post or something like that, they were like, right, you need to delete that. So yeah.
What did you say?
I'll be fucked.
You might turn your mic closer to you. Why? Because you've posted quite a lot of things, have you?
Got some edgy stuff on there.
No, but yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just so, because again, you've reached levels or heights, I should say, we have not reached yet. Oh, yeah. So I think it's only fair to really try be in your shoes, you know what I mean? To really, and it's so cool, man. You were important, fam. You had people on Zoom calls discussing your storyline. Oh, anyways, sorry. I'm not going to hold you off anymore. So obviously after the storyline has been created now, and you're now going to that'll be the first performance now, isn't it, on TV? Yeah,
so you don't actually know which storyline they were going to go for, if they're going to go for a storyline at all. They just pick up different things, and you sort of think in your head, oh, which way could this go? So they don't say, oh, right, this is the storyline we're going for, kind of thing. But yeah, so I was like, so you sort of turn up at the auditions now, and it's a long day. Like,
it seems like it. And I remember when I used to watch the good old X Factor and stuff. You know how they have the big Lobby. Oh, the African in me coming out again. Lobby.
Rammed, isn't it? Yeah.
So it's like you could be there waiting for the whole day.
A&E, innit? It's fucking good. You walk in, you think, fucking hell. Obviously, edit save Endgame.
He has lines like that. That's his. Yeah. It's like A&E, you get in there and it's just rammed up. But no, okay, cool. So the whole day.
Yeah, so we was there from a good like 8 o'clock in the morning. So you have like your call times and stuff like that. But you don't know when you're going to be on what part of the day. So there's a morning to sort of evening, and then they've got like the evening show after that. So they put on 2 lots of shows for different people. So you don't know if you're going to be on or what time you're going to be on, sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
They just sort of run it how the show's going, I would think. But yeah, they don't tell you exactly when you're going to be on.
Is there an area to warm up in and that?
Yeah. So like all the stuff you see on the camera with like people speaking to each other and stuff like that, they have like a little sort of almost like a holding room that you're in. There's not a lot of space, but as like the day goes on, there's more and more space. You know, like if they have like acts of 4, then 4 people are gone. You know,
which makes sense.
It's weird because people just keep on disappearing around you. Like, where are they actually going? Like, sort of thing. So, and you film throughout the day as well. So, the bits that you might not even see on the show, I will have done already. So like from the interview, but they didn't use that. So they didn't use walking down Carnaby Street and stuff like that. So
Walking where? Walking down?
is it Carnaby Street in London, something like that? So,
What? So you had a whole camera crew follow you to that?
yeah. So
You felt nice, innit?
it's
Main
weird
character,
because
main character.
it's weird because nothing would have come out yet. So people are just like they know Britain's Got Talent's in town and stuff like that. But they were like, who's this random guy with this random film crew? Like, I'm just like, yeah, I don't know either at this point.
So am I, yeah.
I just imagine, bro.
It's a lot in it, I think.
Because we see some camera crew at work sometimes. We've only seen one. I think there was a news. And
Yeah, always an A&E, isn't it?
yeah, him and A&E. You see, bring up A&E again. But yeah, I remember just seeing them thinking, this is dope. So how many people did you have around you at this time?
Probably about 5 people, something like that.
A mic. He's taking a mic. That's
It's mad.
You in that place? Are you there? Because I'm there. I'm imagining it right now. As we're speaking, I'm actually imagining myself.
I'd feel weird, yeah. It's nervous, I think.
Yeah. It's nerve-wracking. Because you have all eyes on, like you said, a lot of people were watching you thinking, who is he? Like, what's going on? Okay. Anyways, before I go on to my next thing, I don't want to do what I done last time and ask a question which you might have in mind, because I'm an excited kid right now. So, do you have anything you want to ask about, or can I go ahead?
Yeah, so when you're all in the area waiting to go on, can you hear what's going on stage? Like when they press...
So when they press I mean, so you don't actually hear that till you go sort of backstage and stuff.
Oh, okay.
So like the actual room we were in was in a completely different venue.
Really?
Yeah. So we was actually in the bottom of a hotel. Basically, it was like a little basement type thing. But obviously it was glammed up and everything, so they could say, "Oh yeah, it's a nice one." Then so you get walked over to the actual venue itself, and then you sort of walk with the producers and stuff like that, and the runners, and then you get put behind the stage, and sort of there's like a real close like walkway sort of thing, and then you sort of see different acts and stuff that
All right.
the day. So
Okay.
you do sort of see people that are on the show and stuff, but obviously you don't know if they're gonna, even when you get to that part, you don't know if you're gonna even make it on TV or not. So
Really?
yeah, because I know different acts that through people that didn't even make it on the show, even though they'd been told yes on the actual day. Yeah, so it gets all chopped up from people that said, right, you're going to be on the audition to here, and then it gets chopped up again. It's a
It's a lot of chopping, isn't it?
rueful process. Yeah, it's like Christmas Day.
See many people crying afterwards.
Not really, no. Like I feel like people just
Find out straight away as well, right? No?
yeah. So you find out if you got through, but you don't find out if you're going to be on TV or not yet. So they have a form, and then they'll say, right, we'll message you and stuff like that.
So what was so special about you then that you had to be on TV? That you had to go through a different route?
I don't know.
I'll tell you what was so special. I think it was your time. I personally really believe that it was your time. And whatever you're doing now, because by the way, my boy is now doing tours. Yeah, mate, tours. We'll talk about that more into detail, but so you can also have this information. But do you get my point? Because I feel like from 16, just grafting. There's been times, bro, you must have, and obviously you've also been working with other dance schools like, is it Becky Hughes? You've helped her out a lot. Jaji, you've helped him out a lot. 24 hours there for the music.
Been around, man. I've been around. Do you see that?
He has been around, and I'm older than the kid. So you know what I'm saying? So I know the graft you've been put. That's what I'm saying. I think this might be just the start, bro. But anyways, next question now, bro. So now we're on the stage now. You're about to perform.
Yeah.
Go, Alicia there, man.
Ooh. Now I said I'm single. Now
No, but obviously you've got like big people. How do they even smell like? Could you smell them?
nah, I couldn't smell them. Nah, no.
Sniff their seat or something.
No, do you get what I mean? Because you said at some point you get to watch the performances. Just you surely can smell like some sweet. Because I can imagine Simon Cowell smells expensive. I can imagine Alicia Dixon smells like
Flowers.
Oh yes, warm. Oh, nice. Oh, actually, I need to be careful, bro. I need to be careful, my babes.
Yeah.
But anyways, so you see, you get what I'm getting at here. Because me, I've only got starstruck once, and that's when I met Frank Bruno. I was interviewing Frank Bruno, right? Yeah. And I'm so organized and collected. If you've noticed, sometimes I'm trying to fix things here, but I know exactly what I want to ask. Well, but I remember, right, when I was interviewing Frank Bruno. Now I'm speaking to him, and it was such a simple question. I had it in my head, and I'm there like, then he was like, "Come on, Malvin. Come on." You know, you're like, "Come on, Malvin." Then some of the kids were, obviously there were some kids in there as well, just watching the interview, because the person, I was lucky to get the opportunity, because they thought, you know, this person has a YouTube channel, he might be able to, you know, to just deliver a decent interview where people can get some interesting answers from, you know, this amazing guy. Then I end up stuttering and end up going,
I know about that.
Oh man.
Oh my, sorry, I should. Basically, he stutters. Okay. He stutters, so he always says inappropriate jokes, and I always end up laughing, and that shouldn't be. So again, stop it, man. But anyways, I know what it feels to be starstruck. That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, how did you do that? Your first performance, your second performance, all of that.
Yeah. So like, obviously, when you're there, like it's exactly like the TV. So you're like, whoa, this is big. But then obviously what happened next is you get taken out of reality, you know.
Talk to me. How you mean?
So you're there, and then you're, well, how to put it, you're in the zone, focused. And then basically, obviously this is where the storyline comes into play, right? So I had no clue that my pupils are going to be there.
Yeah, I was going to ask you this as well, but anyways, carry on. Yeah. Remind me to ask him about his pupils.
Yeah, so I had no clue about that. And then sort of you get switched to a different moment. You're like, it's like, this isn't meant to happen. This is weird. Because you sort of picture it in your head. You sort of like dream about, oh, this is going to go like this is going to go like that. It went like a completely different way. But obviously on the day I was like, whoa, this is crazy. This is how a TV works, you know.
You can ask any question, but I'm taking this moment in, bro. But because it's a lot, man. Anyways, go on. You're about to ask someone.
So who did you tell that you're going on there? Because obviously all your other school knew, didn't they? Yeah.
So, well, I didn't know that they knew that I was going on there. I just said, oh yeah, I'm going to a performance. I can't say anything about it, or I didn't even say I can't say anything about it. I just said I need a day off, basically. So my employer, sort of who sent me into the schools and stuff like that, they know about it, because obviously I have to say, but the actual head teacher of the school had no clue whatsoever. But then I found out later that she knew everything with like a week, I think it was like a week before, and then the producers had told her like, oh, well, like we need some kids to come to this audition, and I don't know what her reaction. She was pretty like, what? Yeah. So like, even like, because I saw the kids like the day before, and I was like, oh, okay, and then I knew she was being a bit strange and like not trying to sort of say something, but I didn't know what it was, that she was just trying to avoid me at all costs.
Okay, I take in things in a very interesting way. So when you're talking, bro, you have no idea what this dome is doing, bro. I am doing so much calculations. I'm like, this is cool. But anyways, I still feel like you're telling me that you had no hint at all that these lot are gonna come. No hint at all, bro. I'm quite good at getting the truth out of people, you know, guys. And he's telling the truth. Now, I'm being serious. Especially when we're in this environment, I am good at getting the truth out of people. So, you know what, bro, because in that moment, I'm thinking, because all I just heard were when they were like, oh, does anyone know you're here? Well, no. Yeah, you do. And then you see those little... It almost seems scripted, right? But yeah, no, honestly, had no clue whatsoever. Ah, that's dope.
I mean, I wouldn't have even thought it myself because I was still thinking about, because my nan was in the audience at that point, so they sort of play a little bit of a mind game with you and stuff like that. So I was thinking, oh, my nan's gonna come down and meet Bruno or something like that because of all the ballroom stuff.
Oh,
So yeah, and he'd obviously just been employed to go on the show of this year, so it might have been something like that.
Big up to the directors though, we have to, because like you said, this is where the storyline comes into play, when they have to now get the kids involved, they take you out of reality. You've said so many things which are just like big bulbs to me, thinking, okay, cool. Because now I'm on the stage. I'll be honest, I'm on the stage right now. I can see the stage, but I can hear the noise as well. Cool. So at the moment, obviously, we're talking about the journey of how everything has just been for you on your journey to the semi-finalist of the Britain Got Talent, which is a huge achievement. One day your boy will be there hosting. Hey, would you think that's a talent? If I was to go and say, I got a talent, I want to host. Do you get my question?
It is, to be fair. It's not easy to do, to interview people or speak to
Yeah,
people,
that's
is it?
it.
So this is what I'm saying. So imagine if I said, my talent is to host and I want to host the Britain Got Talent, but I'm coming to audition as a host. Does that make sense? Anyways.
Still Ant and Dec? Is that on it, or is it-
Yeah.
Now them I need to bounce, man. They need to give it.
About that time.
So obviously, this journey, I'm getting overwhelmed by it because not only does it seem like there's different levels to it, different stages to it, and you, like you said, you get brought out of reality, put back into reality, they mess with your head a little bit, but they're not doing it like to F with you, no, they're just doing it for the greater show purposes. Do you get my point? Like the kids come into the venue, and you're like, oh god, okay, my nan is there as well, okay, cool. It's showtime really now. Okay, now the act has happened now. Yeah? After the act was finished and you've got your standing ovation, which was 4 yeses, I would like to think. Do you find out there and then if you're in the semi-finals or?
No, so you don't find out till like another sort of month or two later. It's a long wait. So, and then obviously you get like a sort of time limit on when they're going to call and stuff like that, and it was sort of getting towards nearer the end of the time limit. I was thinking, like I don't think I made it through, but obviously you still get a phone call anyway.
Okay,
like,
that's good.
Like if you've made it through or you've not made it through. I don't think everyone does, but I can only speak on my own sort of path. But yeah, so I was literally just chilling, and it got around sort of the last couple of days, and I was thinking, right, it might be my time. If it's not, then obviously I've got other things to fall back on and stuff like that. But yeah, so I got the call. I was just chilling on my bed, just watching Netflix as you do. And then, yeah, so get the call. I'm like, oh, hiya. Yeah, cool. Just, and stuff like that. I'm like, cool. And then they put you through it. So you're on the phone for at least another minute or two before they actually say like, and then like, they were like, I'm pleased to announce you're in the semi-finals. And I was like, oh, man, then you get put into another world. You're like, what just happened? Like, cause it's similar to when I finished the audition. It's like, I couldn't believe what I just did in that moment, and everything seemed to go how I wanted it to. So, and then I was like, I couldn't contain it this time. Like, I was just running around the house like, yo, I don't know what to do, but I'm doing something, like jumping up and down, man. Like, and it was pure excitement and just euphoria of it all, man. Genuinely, like, although the audition went well, I was like, there's too many acts out there in Britain. I'm like, there's no way, you know?
You always put yourself down as a person, isn't it? You always think, oh, there's someone else who's going to be better than me. Yeah. But bro, that is some serious stuff though, because
So how much time from then was it you had to film for the semi-final?
So, I think I must have had another couple of months to sort of produce what I needed to, because obviously the auditions are still going on around the same time that you find out and stuff like that. So you sort of find out and you're preparing for this semi-final. So there's filming the VT, there's going back and forth from London for like rehearsals and stuff. So, and then, yeah, I didn't really have too much studio time for it. So I was just performing basically in my my lounge, just running it, and obviously still keeping up with the same job at the same time.
That was gonna be my question, because I was gonna ask you. So, did you get annual leave at work? What were they saying?
Nah, just carried it on.
You had to still,
Yeah.
after your audition, you had to go and work the next day.
So yeah, well, pretty much on the Monday. So obviously, because the school knew now that I was on it, they were probably one of the only people to know that I was going on it, because I had to keep it secret for whatever reason and stuff. So I maybe took like a couple of days just to sort of collect myself before going back into the school. So
that's nice. At least the school gave you some days off, man. So that was at the start. But now, let's say during this period, because you said you had about a month where you had to, kind of do trips. Then did they kind of, were they understanding, saying, you do your thing, we understand?
Yeah. So I mean, I tried to fit it all in at the same time. So going to like London on the weekend, so it wouldn't interfere with work and stuff. But occasionally it would be that I would have to take a couple of days off. But on one of the days, I was actually working on the VT, and they came to the school obviously to film and stuff like that. So I worked, and then it came into the filming the VT.
I saw the when they filmed it at school. I think I saw it in there when they put everything together. When you see him doing some moves outside, I'm like, wow. So obviously they have to do that recording at school. Okay, all right, cool. Do they pay?
No, man.
So what? You had to pay your own transport to London?
Oh, so they cover all your costs,
okay.
But maybe other than...
I worded the question wrong. Do they cover all your costs? Maybe that should have been my question.
That's it. It's a lot of work you have to put in, but the end goal is obviously you just want to produce your best piece that you can at that time. So, and yeah, working with all the props and stuff like that. So I was working with the props because obviously I didn't have a whole set in my backyard sort of thing. So you go to like this hangar first, and then you run it with different props, and it's just like a blank space. So it's not even on the stage or anything like that.
Okay.
So you run it there, and then we probably run it maybe like 3 times sort of thing, just back and forth, like full out. And then they sort of have to adjust the props and everything like that. So you don't actually get a feel of it until pretty much the day.
Did you have any idea of your routine?
So yeah, I had sort of an idea in my head, but then you have to go with meetings with the producers just to make sure it's the right fit or the right song for for the show. And luckily they liked the song, so I was like, okay, right, we'll go with it. And it was a popular song at the time, to do with, because obviously Top Gun had just come out and everything like that. So I wanted to have some sort of meaning behind it, which is basically like, you need to go for your goals, man. Like, if you don't go for your goals, then who is?
But I just love your story, bro, because it's one of those stories where you're having to back yourself and you're having to do all these things on yourself. Otherwise, you're not going to go nowhere, really. So it's, even for us, we had to back ourselves to get this started. Otherwise, we're not going to go nowhere, really. But hopefully we'll get somewhere.
If we keep saying, "Oh, just wait till this or wait till that time," there's always something in it that you're going to wait for.
Yeah.
You just got to say, I'll just start it now and go from there.
Yeah, because I mean, the sooner you start it, the sooner you get there. So.
Yeah.
And you're not wrong.
That first step, innit?
Yeah.
That is always the hardest step, obviously. But once that step is done, a lot of things become a bit more clearer, doesn't it? So hopefully some of you viewers who are watching are inspired, not motivated. Because you can wake up tomorrow and the motivation is gone. But inspiration doesn't go, bro. It stays. So that's what I'm saying now. Hope a lot of people get inspired by your story. So, okay, my next phase of questions now will be basically, let's say you've done the performance now, yeah? You've done your semi-final performance. Because I feel like I can keep on asking you more and more questions. I can even go from you being mic'd to all sorts of questions. I love to to get a better audio, obviously, I love understanding everything. So in the sense of like media production, bro, because one day I want to be one of the best producers. And I'm talking about producer, not just like in this, but a content producer. So it could be movies, it could be adverts. Because bro,
OnlyFans or something.
OnlyFans advert, you know. The performance now, you've done this, the semi-final performance. This is live. You've done it. You finished it now.
Yeah.
I don't think I want to go, I don't know, you can let me know what you think on this as well. I don't think I want to go through the round of questions again of like how it was like for him in the sense of like after the performance, did you find out straight away? Did you find out this? Did you find out that? I just want to know how you came down to earth. That's all.
Yeah, that takes, well, I mean, it probably takes you a good maybe like week or two just to sort of like realize what you've done. And like for me, if you don't sort of take a look at what you've done and sort of process it as a human, I can't genuinely like process a lot of things quickly. So it took me about a week or two, just sort of processing. At the time I was thinking, like I need to relax from it for a little bit. So just take a time to just sort of relax, man. Like you have to. And then you just sort of casually bring yourself down to earth. It was difficult at the time because you're in this world, and then you sort of see other acts getting through, and you're like, oh man, this is crazy. And then like after those weeks, I'm just like, right, let's go on to something new. Let's try and build something up ready for the new year. You know.
How much has your life changed since the first step till after the show?
Yeah, wow. So I mean, it's changed quite a bit. So from like getting performances that I wouldn't usually, people recognizing me out in Reading town, which is a bit weird because obviously, like before the show, just walking around like I'm just, well, you just think you're nobody really.
You're just Felix.
Yeah.
Just Felix, not Felix. Felix.
Felix, yeah. At the time, do you know what I mean? I'm like, that's the main thing. Like, and I'd done bits on like sort of TikTok and stuff. So, like, I did get approached a little bit before that, but like more the fact of just thinking like, oh, are people looking at me because of this, or are people looking at me?
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? So there is some sort of anxiety there when you go into like certain areas, you know.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say like, obviously you create a fan base and stuff like that, but I just see it as like just progressing.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So it's almost like the Britain Got Talent was another progression for you. It was another, but the bigger aim.
Yeah. So it was just another stepping stone in what I want to do.
No, I get you. For me personally, I struggle with calming down. And I was telling my man here, so I've been on desks or on tables like this, meetings with some very important people. Like people have taken me to meetings where I thought, how did I get on a table with someone who classes himself as a millionaire? How did I even get here? Do you get my point? So I've had moments like that. I've had moments where I've recorded some great stuff. I've had moments where I think I've achieved some great stuff, but I can't calm down. Like I struggle after this podcast. I'm gonna have to go for a jog because I know I'm gonna struggle because this is gonna be the highlight of my week. So on that note, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Because you don't want to bring down my highlight of the week. But my point just being, it was interesting to hear from you because I've never reached the heights you've reached. Do you get my point? And we've been creating in our own worlds we're creating, but I've never reached like a stadium, like a stage where you're at. Like what? So this is why I was just kind of like querying, like how did you actually even calm down? But you're saying a week or two.
It's like a week or two. But yeah, for me, the best way to calm down, because my brain doesn't stop. So I'm always thinking of the next thing and stuff like that. But I just had to just watch TV or go for a jog, like you said, and just you sort of get your mind away from it, because like you're thinking about that, but realistically, I want to think about the next steps rather than stopping and standing still, because I feel like I'm a agitated person. Like even sort of sitting down, bringing back to school days, like I was always the one like tapping the table or playing drums with like pencils and everything like that. I was always that type of guy. So yeah.
No. And I think that's quite, for me anyways, I appreciate that type of information, because it will help me calm down hopefully today and future times. Do you know what I'm saying? But it's just great to get a great understanding of your journey, what you've been going through as a person and stuff like that. And I just hope like the best is yet to come for you, and I hope you get the best, bro, because not only were you humble enough to actually just take on our invitation to, I popped up literally saying, I got a young podcast starting up, bro, I would love to have you on the podcast. I'm on it. I'm like, okay. That's reading between the lines. That's basically saying I'm on it. Shout me, let me know that. And normally it's hard to organize things, because I've tried to organize a couple of people to be on this show. And yeah, some of you are not even semi-finalists and you're giving me headaches. He's a semi-finalist. Only banter. But my point just being, bro, your humility humbles me, because I know I come from a humble place. But I know the people you hang around with, or the people who you not hang around with, but the people who you almost like, I've met you through, like the judges. Judgy is another definition of being humble, humility. You know what I'm saying? So all I'm just saying is, we're backing you. We'll be here. So you got friends in us. So whenever you need anything from us on our side, please don't hesitate, man. Don't hesitate to give us a shout. But I don't know if it's worth for you to also give us a little bit of information about your tours you're about to do now.
Oh yeah, so it was actually sort of an idea that I'd had even before the show that I wanted to go through. So I've always wanted to work in schools, and I feel like I'm a progressor rather than the whole performing side, although I love that side to it. But I love teaching people new things that they can add into their own lives and progress themselves, you know. I'm not in it for, I want to be the big I am, but I want to be in it for, I can create someone else's journey, you know. So we'll be going into primary schools, secondary schools, private schools, dance schools, any type of schools that want to take us on. And then we'll be doing live performance, a Q&A, and teach dance workshops with all the kids.
So schools, colleges, primary schools, secondary schools, that's the element you're looking to go. I'm thinking now, bro. Anyways, I know, by the way, my word is my bond. So I know for a fact, if I ever hear any sniffles going around in any schools, you get a little text from me. You get a little thing, bro. I beg you, maybe email this person or message this person, because you might be able to. Because I think that's where a lot of his following, a lot of your followers are in the schools. They love that type of stuff. I'm not saying you don't get a lot of admirers in our age. We still admire the kid. The kid is good. You get me? But I just think, it's a serious move, man. But where are you starting? Are you going to start in Reading or?
The first one is in Basingstoke, and then we're going to go from Plymouth, and then we're hoping to reach Newcastle. So it's like right down to...
I have to be your hype man in Newcastle. If you ever go to Newcastle, because do you know what? I've always wanted to record in Newcastle, like a Kaytime TV video. So this is completely out of this. But I've always wanted to go in the streets of Newcastle and just ask the Geordie birds, man. Ask the Geordie guys. You get me? Get all the questions. And I know my viewers would like that.
We're going to go together, bro.
Bro, so when you go to Newcastle, I want to be your hype man. I'll be like, welcome, Felix is on the stage. He's coming now. I'm joking. I'll know how to pronounce your name by then.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. But honestly, Newcastle, Plymouth. Yeah. The boys, not international, but he's national. You get it? He's traveling up, up ladders.
That's a UK big one.
We wanted to do a proper UK tour, because different artists and stuff. They say, right, we're going to do a UK tour. Yeah. But in realistic, they probably just hit up London like 500 times.
Yeah.
and then Brum, and then Manchester, and then Liverpool. So they hit up the big places. But where we're looking at, we want to hit up any place, big or small, to give them, because obviously in Plymouth, it's not like a massive place or anything like that. We want to give different destinations the chance to learn and to even give like an insight of what it was like behind the screens.
Make sure you do that. I think, don't you think, because obviously you're not silly, so you got the conversation where he's saying he's going to basically do what he was doing here, is giving an insight. Don't you think that would be quite cool for the kids to know the insight of how it works? Like,
I think so, yeah.
I think as a child, I'll be proper. It's one of those things. I watched this video yesterday. A kid was put in front of a chair, in front of a computer, watching a maths video or watching Star Wars. One of the maths video, he was just spinning around everywhere. The Star Wars, he was just there like this. So it's one of those things. I think with that, you capture them. Like they'll be like, I want to know more. Tell me more, bro. I need to be in those shoes, because at the end of the day, these are the kids. They're built from social media.
They are, yeah.
Yeah, this generation is built from social media, so they just want to be famous. They want to be influencers. They all think they're influencers. They all think. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. It's that
what
type
goes
of
on behind the
market.
scenes, isn't it? All the hard work is behind the camera than what they just see posted.
And that's the part which I feel like, anyways, bro. Thank you so much for the conversation. Anyways, thank you so much for just being open to, let everything almost out into the air for us to kind of understand it. And I hope we don't get you in trouble in any ways. And I wanted to ask you something, actually. Sorry. You keep on mentioning we. When you said we're gonna go up to Plymouth, we're gonna do this. Do you have like a team which you work with?
So yeah, it's just me and one of my friends. Big up Johnny.
Johnny. Big up to Johnny, because obviously he's the one who keeps you sane to a certain degree. And there's one guy who keeps me sane. I just send them messages cussing. I'll be like, I've had enough. I feel like I'm at the bottom of the barrel again. I'm quitting. I'm leaving. Then they just, mate, maybe we should go for breakfast, mate. So you do need people who kind of bring you down to earth, when you're having those moments. So big up to Johnny. Is it Johnny you said, yeah?
Big up to Johnny. And yeah, obviously when I say we, it's a big thing. So even bringing up Reading, because obviously you have to, like, obviously, as you said, I've been around the Reading scene for years now. Like, just even any way that I can, whether it's helping out music videos, whether it's coming onto podcasts, I want to elevate Reading the way that it should be, because I feel like it gets scoped over by London quite a bit. So I want to, because I feel like a lot of dancers, they go to London and they say, oh, I'm from London, I'm a London dancer. I'm from London, sorry. I had to switch up the accent then. I'm from, do you know what I mean? They don't actually hone in from their roots and stuff, because they just move out and they automatically think, oh, I'm made to this place now. I want to big up Reading as much as I can, because that's where I'm from.
You got a good heart though, because you remind me of myself. I'll be honest. Because obviously now we're going into another completely different topic. But I was speaking to you about just the support in general in Reading, and I remember when I started Kaytime, I was very hot, like the way you are now, hot, and just saying, anything I get, I want to feed it into Reading as well. But do it smarter than I, because I feel like I hindered myself rather than, helping me and also helping Reading come up together. Do you know what I'm saying? Because your mindset, bro, I've not come across any creator in Reading who thinks like this. And there is a lot of talent in Reading. There is a lot of talent in my hometown. But the one thing is, obviously, it's never green on the other side. So a lot of places are going to be dog eat dog world. But all I've learned from Reading is that I don't think we support each other enough. But one thing I can say is, I'm going to pay it forward because of you. I tried to pay it forward before, but my heart was beginning to get a bit cold now. Yeah. Stone and cold. But because of you, I'm never going to get stone and cold, and I'm going to just keep on passing it forward. Even for you as well, when you were starting Cancer Culture, how did you find the support was like from like just local people around you, friends and family and stuff like that? What were they like?
They always said the idea was good and that, to be fair. So I just got to help get out there now. It's not their job to. Yeah. I've got to do it myself. It's what I started. I've got to keep doing it. But they've all been good, to be fair. All my friends, family and that. So can't fault them.
Because it is rare to get support. Like, and this is, I'm so hot on that. I am hot on that, because I remember I've had meetings with my team, like literally sit down and they're telling me dumb prices I should be charging people, and I'm saying, no, we're not doing that. Trust me, give me just this one, bro. The amount of times Readiness proved me wrong, as in they've put me under the bus. Yeah. This is what I'm saying. Like, now, thank you. Cool. Thank you. You. My heart has to keep on being warm, man. I'm a warm-hearted guy. I don't like being an upset person. You get what I'm saying? But anyways, that was a nice little thing for us to just talk about. But before we end our podcast, you're go on.
I went on your Instagram page. You've got a song.
I didn't know it was gonna come out, but yeah, no, that was like a COVID project, almost sort of thing. It wasn't me saying I'm an artist or anything like that. Yeah, it's like, it was almost like a project to sort of almost just know that anything that I can put my mind to, I can do it, sort of thing. So I was working on that throughout that time, and produced the song Rocky Rock. Go and stream it now. But that's cool.
I was gonna ask as well, where was that filmed? Because it looks like South Morton.
So that was filmed Caversham way. So
was it?
So like the running scenes and stuff like that was on Reading Bridge. So running up and down there, chucking water on me to pretend that I was actually running fast. And then we went over to South Morton.
That's where I trained, because I've watched it. It's like, it looks familiar.
Yeah. So we visited that place a couple of times, and we're like, right, this is the place that we want, because they had different different spaces which we could see ourselves using, and for filming wise and stuff. And
it's a good place.
It was really, really good place. Big up South Morton.
Yeah.
There's a lot of big ups there, man.
So it should be though. We need to give people's flowers while they're still alive. You know them ones there. Don't mean to get dark, but you got that line right? What did I say? You didn't get my line. Did you get my line? None of you got my line. Sorry, did you get my line?
In the comments.
No! Okay, anyway, if anyone heard it, drop it in the comments, man. No, I'm going to repeat it.
You need better lines.
I'm going to repeat it. I said we need to give people their flowers whilst they're still alive. Then I said that got a bit dark.
Okay.
Flowers?
Yeah.
Death, I get it.
Shit one now, isn't it? These lot made this shit. But anyways, guys, I've got too much love for you lot, but we have to speak some sports before we go. Are you a sportsman yourself?
I am indeed,
Shit. What team you support? Because obviously we know as soon as someone says what team you support, we know we're talking football, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm an Arsenal supporter, man.
Another one.
But also I have to big up the hometown team as well. But yeah, I'm not bigging up West Ham.
See him like that as well.
No, do you know what?
It helped us out last night.
Last night I was thinking, I was like, I hope this don't come up on the podcast.
We always have to have a sports section on our podcast, mate. We always. And he was ready for it as well. So, what are you thinking? Let's cook it a little bit now. Okay. Obviously, yesterday we got rinsed. Liverpool back on top of the league. City back on their winning run. Who do you think might win the league? As simple as that.
I still think it's City's to lose.
He has said that. He said that like 2 weeks ago.
You can't write him off.
2-3 weeks ago.
Yeah, I mean, you can never write City off, but I did think up until last night that Arsenal had it straight in the bag, because you don't think about losing to West Ham.
And for whoever you want to beat West Ham, just saying.
Even my mate messaged me last night. He was like, "How did it finish 2-0?" I mean, VAR.
But you see, this is okay. On the VAR topic, though, do you think they were wrong on that ball being out?
Yes,
I think they were right. This is the weirdest part, because I flipping hate VAR and how they're being used. I feel like we should have the best of technology, but their reason that it's inconclusive is like the biggest cop-out reason, but the best cop-out reason they could have ever given. But what they were showing was correct, bro. You can't see the ball, so you can't really say nothing because they have to have a definitive, like something certain. Do you get?
But you can see the post, but you can't see the ball. So, but I think personally, because they've got goal line technology, why not have it between the post and the corner flag? It would make more sense.
You spoke about that earlier on as well.
I'm enjoying Arsenal fans complaining about VAR. I can't. We've had our shit this season.
The only 3 losses we've had this season has been down to a controversial mistake.
We've had one against Spurs and that offside goal. Only game we've lost this season.
Yeah.
So without that, you would have been
unbeaten at the minute. And sitting pretty. And last week's game against Arsenal, Odegaard handball.
Yeah, another one. Do you think that was a handball?
That was ridiculous.
It was a handball.
Nah, personally I don't.
As an honest fan, you could
Come
see.
on.
Okay. Initially, he was like, "Oh fuck." Yeah. In his mind, he was like, "Oh fuck." Then that little joke.
If you see the way that he's leaning, he's got his arm completely by his side. So if he turns round, it's gonna touch his arm.
Yeah.
But
regardless of what I'm saying,
yeah.
I still feel. We've played the game. You coach it. You know players can be cheeky, bro. I think Erz there was a little bit naughty. You could tell. He was like a thief in a shop. Like it didn't do nothing. Do you know what I'm saying? Like that's why. But anyways. Another great little debate. I beg you, show us whenever you're bored and you feel like you're free on a Friday. Drop us a message on Talking Black and White, lads. You guys needed me to pop in or anything? Cause you give a good chat. I didn't even know you're into football like that. I didn't even know. But you still haven't answered my question. You're saying City. You're saying
Arsenal.
I'm still saying Arsenal, bro.
Come on,
but
man.
it's so sad. No, I still feel it's us. Come on, brother.
But like if we sign a decent striker in January, it's over. Because at the moment, Jesus is good, but he sort of needs someone because he drops too deep.
He's not
at
a goal
the moment.
scorer, is he?
He's not a massive goal scorer.
I think
at the time.
Yeah, I think we could argue the same. We haven't got a proper goal because the AFCON's next month, so we lose Salah for a lot of that. We play Arsenal in that time period. Oh, so he could be back by then. I think if Egypt go out.
Big reason why you drew that game.
Yeah.
He didn't have a good game.
But this is Salah though.
He's influential.
I wish Eddie was here as well. Because remember, Eddie was talking was about Salah, and I told him Salah he's world class. But yeah, let's talk about Saka on that world class topic. Because I remember last time you said Saka was not world class, and I was not happy with you. But I agree. Yesterday's game made me realize something though. He's not world class yet.
Not yet.
He should win me that game yesterday.
Like I feel like he gets in these one-on-one positions because he almost like has a thing of every player goes to him and it's a 2-on-2, but he had so many one-on-one opportunities that he could just run it down the line, take on the player, to even get crosses in.
He will be world class, I think. But I think, like you said,
he needs a couple of years to prove himself.
He gets compared to like Salah a lot, and there's quite a bit of gap in between where he can run the game, and he can get the points from. If he's in a bad game, he can still get the goal. Saka's not there yet, but that's experience. That's
Salah's level yet now.
And if Arsenal keep playing at the top, he's going to gain that experience.
Yeah.
So I think over time he will, but world class gets thrown about way too much. Like that's the elite of the elite, isn't it?
Yeah, and he did mention that last time. I'm not gonna lie, he did. He said world class get thrown about way too much. I was like, yeah. He's right. But anyways, gents, I think we'll leave it on that note. But I don't take this for granted. I'm honestly buzzing from this. So I've already started trying to calm myself down. So thank you once again. If you know that you're still here at this very moment, watching me, Kaytime, Felix, Felix and Ash, obviously. If you know you're still here watching at this very moment, honestly, thank you. That means you've either enjoyed our conversation or two, you think that, you know, this quirky little group of guys, they're doing all right. So make sure you click on that like, comment, let us know what you think, even about my line, which no one else got. Let me know when I said give people.
Let it go.
Whatever. Anyways, give us a shout in the comment section. We'll be back next week. Always. Lads, you want to give, you know, a little nice message to the people then? You know, I love this. I can do this all day, but
I ain't got a speech prepared.
Okay. Big up to you. Big up to our guest Felix Clements for actually coming and give us the time, bro. You're not a joke. So for you to be here,
it's a blessing to be here, man. It's a blessing to be honest.
Appreciate you. But other than that, we'll see you back again next time on Talking Black and White podcast. I go by the name of Blacko. I love you all for real.
And I'm white. Goodbye. I was waiting for you to finish.
We do this every time. A little handshake to end it off with, man. Hey, gents. Fair play to you anyways.
Yo, Ebo, you're a madman for this beat, you know?